Hey, we're live! Hello, Internet. Once again, we are Fantasticide coming at you from the Twitch and the YouTube and the Facebook. And we have an awesome show. And Mixer. And I was just naming random stuff. We're also on like Facebook and we're on other Twitch and like we go to a lot of places now. So, yeah.
That one place I've been talking about.
Yeah, we have an awesome show, and we are excited to bring it to y'all, so let's buckle up and get ready. But before that, any announcements? I can't think of any.
Keep your eyes peeled for Artist Chambers featuring Peter Campanelli, the musician who did our fantastic new theme song.
Woo!
Yes.
Also, while we will not be there in an official capacity, Abby, Ian, myself, and Alex will be at
Emerald City
Comic Con in
ECCC.
a couple weeks. So
if you see us and recognize us, say hi. That would be amazing.
yes,
Right? Yeah.
So Alex, you have to sneak up on them.
Oh my god, I'm such a big fan of the show. Alex, you're on the show. I'm still such a big fan.
Make my day, please do it.
Yeah, and besides all that, you know, typical pitch to if you have been watching us to this point and you haven't already, consider liking, subscribing, following, whatever the platform happens to be.
Always
press the button that says "I like you."
Yes.
Tell your friends.
Oh, yeah, that too. I keep on forgetting. Like, you know, share us. That's how we...
Like, please tell your friends.
Talk to people. Be like,
You can-
dude, I know this show that's like
Wait,
fresh.
You can be the cool
Talk to
hipster
people?
who found us first, and yeah, you can,
Stars, find us first.
right?
Or you
Right?
can find us
then
last
tell-
and still have just as good of a time. Not saying that first is...
Well,
Well, play catch up. You can binge in one day.
Yeah, it's binge culture.
One day,
Binge
nothing
nation.
else.
But, I mean,
Just
technically,
this.
we don't have
30
enough
about
content.
30 hours.
Yeah,
Oh, never mind. 2 days.
oh, you just have it going on two screens anyway.
I think we're actually averaging more like 2 to 2.5 hours per episode.
Right on.
But yeah, so
That's more audience friendly.
yeah, compared to the hour-long podcasts that I see, someday I'll go through and split them up. Anyways, so last time we got in a fight.
Yeah,
Wait, it was me. I got into a fight.
And there was a lot of whiffing.
It's okay.
I'm telling you, Rhea just punch dances. She doesn't actually. She's not trying to
She's
fight.
too kind-hearted.
I don't want
It's a
it.
good goal,
What
though.
if I hit someone, they could get hurt?
Yeah, she's just punch dancing.
Be so
Just-
mean. Yeah.
She really needed to get her jazzercise for the week done, so like,
she's just punching into the air, and every once in a while she accidentally clips somebody's chin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this as canon now because it's a beautiful image in my head.
I think I like it better than actual canon, so it's fine.
Yeah, so that happened, and then also on the side, Piotr managed to get a meeting with Zoya, which the party was trying to do in order to deal with the Yakuza, Twilight Cudgel problem that they seem to be having. And I'll only make that joke like 3 more times. And
They might ask
We're
for
counting.
royalties if we keep name dropping them.
if we ever draw the attention of the Yakuza, I will take that as a sincere compliment.
And a inability for all of us to ever travel to Japan.
Oh, I was gonna say they can fund my travel to Japan.
There we go. That's how we go to Japan.
Fly over here so we
Piss
can
off the
break our
Yakuza.
legs.
No, it's okay. Yakuza, we will
fly me
give
over
you
here.
a private session. Not that kind of session, but like this kind of session.
I mean, don't take things off the table prematurely, Marit.
Listen, all right, I'm sure we can come to an agreement. You know, like just like we got you.
All right. On that note,
On that note,
Boy.
yeah.
We're great at this. It's great.
So, yeah, that happened. And
Yes, the
I think some
Yakuza
other stuff
accept.
happened. You bribed the Twilight Cudgel to just kind of leave you alone, and that was a thing. Apparently, according to the chat, Yakuza accepts. Good to know. I'll be awaiting my plane tickets.
It's official. Save your PTO now.
Oh man.
Can't I just tell my work that the Yakuza needs me in Japan? I feel like they'd understand.
Just walk into work one
I
day,
feel like if you
barging.
said that to your boss, if you were like, "Hey, I'm gonna need a few days off. Why the Yakuza need me?" they would, like,
Now, if you really want to sell the bet, you gotta cut off part of your pinky first, and then they're like, "Oh, wow."
my favorite was called.
Cut off your whole pinky, but make it serious. Go to the hospital. Then leave. Escape from the hospital.
Okay, we'll get through the recap at some point, I swear.
Anyway, we tried
right.
to bribe those guys.
And you did.
Hopefully.
And they're going to leave you alone for a week, and that's cool. In the meantime, you all started about going through your daily life, and Satina got drunk and was like, and Ymitri was like, "Hey, Satina, let's go get our shit from the placey place." So you did, and on the way, some shit happened.
Spooky, scary.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Forgot or repressed.
Yeah, probably repressed, but still.
Basically, Ymitri got told, get your shit together, do what we told you to do, or, like, you're in for a bad time, buddy.
Mommy's disappointed.
Mommy and Daddy are disappointed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's exactly what yeah.
Ian, you using that voice to say daddy will haunt me forever.
Daddy needs attention.
I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
Daddy,
So then after that, how'd you react again?
He
Pretty
went-
much freaked out and fled.
He fled towards
Because
Madame
I was like,
Zylstra's.
"Who are my parents?" And she was like, "They are we," in that voice. And I was like, "The fuck?" And not helping you anymore. And I ran, and I'm running towards Madame Zylstra's.
okay,
And
bye.
it's
Because-
like 6 or 7 p.m.
Get threatened by spooky things? Go to the place where the evil cult is hiding out.
I grew up
The
there.
ground.
Yeah, and that brings us to now. Ymitri is slightly panicked and dealing with a little bit of trauma and going to his adoptive home.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in the doors and
Yes,
Run-
you run back up
find-
to the shack where you grew up, and all of the kids just kind of see you run in, and they're all looking kind of like, "Ugh, what's going on?" Because you visit here on a regular basis, right?
yeah, but I look a little riled up. I'm here like once a week.
Yeah. So they all know you, and this is abnormal behavior. And Rhea, you're also here. You promised to do some work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I just fixed the door,
Yeah.
and then
gosh.
and then we're like, oh yeah, it's totally hanging. You just got to be a little bit gentle with it because the hinges are a little bit rusted. And then Ymitri bursts through it, and we're all like, oh no, is it gonna break again?
I totally forgot you were there. That's hilarious. Rhea,
Is everything okay?
Ymitri, what's
No.
wrong?
Immediately look behind you to see if you're like, if people were pursuing you.
Nobody's pursuing him.
did Miss Silly approach?
Yeah, I said things in her voice, so she's there. Ymitri, what's wrong?
Miss Silly, can I talk to you somewhere else? Sorry, Rhea, something happened.
Yeah, oh,
Okay.
you look troubled. Is something wrong?
Yeah, I think something's wrong. Can I talk to you upstairs or something? Come on.
Yes.
I'll help her move.
And perhaps it would be a good idea for Rhea to come with us.
What? No, fine.
It's saying she seems to have taken a liking, and it's good to involve your friends in your troubles. You remember our lessons.
Well, come on, now. I'll fix the door later.
Okay, so you all head to the back room, the very crowded broom closet, where all of the secret meetings in this place happen, I guess.
The not so secret meeting spot.
Yes.
Okay.
As opposed to the really secret meeting spot, which is underground.
Yep.
Directly
Directly under your feet.
Ooh.
Yeah, actually, wow, that's weird. The yerk pool.
Once we get into the room, I'm gonna like pause awkwardly because it feels weird to dump this all on Ray at the same time. So I'm just like kind of reluctant there, sitting there with my shoulders slumped.
Ymitri, are you okay? I've never seen you like this.
No, it's something happened when I was about to help Satina get her stuff.
Oh no, is Satina okay?
I don't know if I don't know. She went back to normal, but she did that thing again. But it was different.
Like that thing she did the other week?
That thing?
Yeah, Miss Silly. Do you? I have my list of questions.
List of questions.
What do you know about Satina? When she got here, like, what, 10, 12 years ago? Like, who brought her here?
Oh, she was just like any other kid. She didn't have any parents. She just
Was it her mother? Because that's the only person she's had survived. Or her sister or something, but she was injured and she couldn't care for her.
Okay, so out of character, have you established this stuff in backstory, or do I get to...
I established that her dad and her older brother died in a fire.
Okay.
And didn't establish a mother dying in a fire at all, but perhaps could have been fatally injured and died later or something.
Yes,
But-
her mother was not well equipped to take care of her, and she had some personal issues, especially after the accident, so it was not a good time.
Did they say she had... I don't know. Never mind. What about me when I was brought here?
Well,
Who brought me here? You said that it was just a nobody.
Yes, that is what
My
I
parents
told
were
you.
dead.
Why are you asking what happened? Why
Because,
is this so urgent?
well, Satina knows a lot more than I've told her, and when she tells it to me, she turns into this monster of some sorts, and I don't know how to explain it. Ray, it was worse than before. In my dream, it was almost as if that creature came to life. And then she went back to normal, and I ran. I don't know how to explain it, but
Ymitri, you're not making sense. What creature?
I don't know. It's something with like teeth all over its face, and it's hideous. But it told me to look for my parents at the archives. Why would there be information there? Like, what would you... Do you know anything about them? Why are they important or something? Like,
Did they give you a name?
or dentist? That's all I know. Just
Oh, Ymitri, I'm so sorry. I thought this wouldn't ever come up.
what do you mean never? What are you talking about? And I'll kind of flare up, like take a step forward, not aggressively, but big.
The story that I told you was not entirely true.
What are you talking about? Story.
There's more. See, your parents, your real parents, the ones who gave birth to you, they were short on money and looking for ways to get by. And and they found this opportunity that, well, it was a mistake. I will say that. If I had known what the outcome would be, I never would have allowed it to go through myself.
What are you talking about? It's allowed what to go through?
I thought you were talking about his parents' decision, not your own.
Oh, I was involved.
Did you? You said I. What are you talking about?
Yes, I'm so sorry, Ymitri. But when you were a child, before you were born, actually, there were some experiments that should not have been carried out.
Like what? Like magic or something? Or alchemy? I don't know
Of a
what else
sort.
that could be. What are you talking about?
Unfortunately,
Just tell me.
I don't have the details. I'm so sorry, but I do know that as a result, some horrid evil entered this world. And that evil is unfortunately tied to you.
Just me? Or what? Is there someone else? Or what do I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Like,
These creatures, they're not like you or I. I didn't really understand what the experimenters, the scientists were saying, but from what I understand, they exist on a plane adjacent to ours, and they do not belong here.
saying things can just go back and forth between planes freely and teach children?
I don't know the specifics, I'm so sorry, but it seems that they might have taken an interest in you.
You say that you were involved. Were you involved with the group performing the experiments, or were you friends with Ymitri's parents?
Well, in any experiment involving children, there are certain risks, and they wanted to make sure that somebody would be able to keep an eye on the children after the fact. So I made sure to keep an eye out, and I thought that we were in the clear, but it seems we are not.
Are there more children who had experiments on them that have come through your orphanage?
There is another. I will have to look through my records to make sure that I have the details correct.
Where's your records? We can look now.
Okay. She kind of stands up with frail bones. You can see the weariness of her age kind of in her eyes, and she bends down underneath her desk and takes a small chest and puts it on the desk. I had hoped that this box could stay locked. It contains many bad memories, but...
Where's the key?
She reaches down her shirt and takes a key out of her, that's like on a necklace around her neck, and then takes it off. And she opens the chest. You see in there a set of files, a dagger with some red and kind of like greenish crust on it. a medallion with some very, what's the word? Some very dark occult symbols on it. And finally, you see, what languages can you all read?
Common.
Common. That's it.
Dope.
Cool. You see a book written in a language that you don't understand.
All right. What's all these symbols and things? What does this mean? Do you know what this is? Is this from the other plane? Hold it up.
No, these are all keepsakes, you might say, from the experiments. Do you
What
know
are their
that
names? My parents.
your biological parents,
Yes.
Trish and Avel,
How do I spell that? Avil.
Avel.
Right now. Right now.
I'm unfortunately going to say that you probably don't want to look them up. They were not in a good place last I saw them. You do not sell a child to a mad scientist when your life is going well.
Why didn't you? Were you ever going to tell me this?
I was hoping that this would never come up. I remember you were such a young child when you started asking about your parents, and I couldn't bear to tell you the truth, and I kept on putting it off. I was like, oh, he's too young, so innocent, and even when you started finding out about your powers, I was thinking, oh, it's probably unrelated, and we can probably just let it go. But I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Ymitri.
So you've known I can do all of this whole time, and I'm gonna use tentacular limbs to make my arms tentacles, and then a looser creature, a second version of me, just a shadow form, is gonna step out like Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat and stand right next to me, identical. And I'm gonna be like,
I forget. Have I seen Ymitri's tentacle arms
Yes.
before? Yeah. Okay.
You saw
yeah,
the
we've
dog
seen
fight
it.
on the
Yeah.
dock.
Okay. I thought so.
but not my duplicate now.
Yeah.
It's my new boy.
I haven't seen your new boy
I have
yet.
not.
I don't think I've seen that either.
I was knocked out.
An interesting power you've picked up there, but
Yeah,
yes,
I don't know what's going on, so
the arms are something that started occurring when you were sleeping as a younger child, when you were in your teens, and I assume that you figured out how to do that while you were awake, but I just
I'll
kind
pull
of
back.
assumed that you wouldn't want my interference.
You
Are
said
you
that
still working with them? The people that did this to me, or the things?
No, I saw the horrors that they were dealing with, and I swore them off right there. And then they were offering significant sums of money to the orphanage, and we were very short on cash, but nothing is worth what they were doing. If I had known, I never would have dealt with them.
you said that there was one other child who went through your orphanage. Who was that?
I don't see a name in this box.
Yes, there was one other, but they did not go through my orphanage.
Oh, just one other that you're aware of.
Yes, there was a young girl. The man carrying out the experiments, what was his name? Novas. Yes, Novas had taken a liking to the idea of a child, so he kept her for himself.
Kept her?
As his adoptive daughter.
Just like you did to me.
Yes. We have met me and Novas several times, and it sounded like she had also not... She had powers like you, but she had not had any encounters with these creatures.
Was he as deceptive as you are?
Oh, I am not being deceptive with you right now, but I assure you that that man is as easy to read as a book. You can go ahead and roll perception if you so desire.
Yeah, and I forgot. Perception is going to be 13.
Sorry, what was that?
13 perception.
13 perception. Okay.
Natural 1.
Nice dice.
How's your stolen dice going for you, Rhea?
So far, exactly as expected.
Okay. Yeah, you both. Nothing to add for those rolls.
I'm going to take that box and I'm going to go find out more at... What is the Odinist?
Like I said, they are creatures from... Well, I don't know where they are from, but they are not of this world or this reality even. And I know very
I'm going to take
little
those to
about
the
them.
Keelan archives and find out some more. You can come if you'd like, Rhea, but I'd understand.
I'm gonna grab one of your tentacles like it's a hand.
No, I retracted
Oh,
them.
okay. I will hold hand to tentacle and be like, no, I'm here
No.
for you. Okay, I will grab your actual hand, which is way more in my comfort zone. And, Ymitri, I'm not letting you explore this alone.
I'm gonna probably read a lot tonight, so get some coffee or something.
Lore finders.
I'm gonna turn back to Miss Silly. Miss Silly, I hope you've told me everything. If I find out, I don't know, but from now on, I'd like you to be honest with me on everything.
She looks down at her desk, and for the first time ever, you think you see a tear run down her cheek and land on the desk. Yes, I see you are old enough, and I deeply regret holding this from you for so long. I will be sure to treat you with more respect in the future, Ymitri. You deserve to know everything.
While her head's down and saying that, I'm gonna slowly walk towards her with Rhea in hand and kind of go into... He realizes what he said was a little harsh, so he's gonna go in for a little group hug.
Okay. You're hugging your emotional mother.
And I'm just there, inserting myself into your family dynamic. It's fine.
But, go ahead.
I'm sorry. For my notes purposes, there was a dagger coated in substances that were red and green, a medallion, and a book that we could not read.
Yeah.
Yep. And files.
We can read the files. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, this is clinical information, like, Ymitri's age,
Oh,
weight.
I was thinking it was a PHIAL this whole time.
So, I'm not going to say another word to Madame Zylstra, but I intend to leave and go to the Aquilan archives.
Okay.
What do I know? Can I access the Aquilan archives freely? Is that something I have Aquilan lore to know if I can, or?
I mean, we've all already been there when we looked up the Nathan's backstory stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but Dr. Milo really knows his way around the bureaucracy, and that helped us out a lot.
This is did I use that name for that? I intended for this to be something else, but if I called them the same thing, then
Ordenist. It was look up the Ordenist at the Aquilan archives to find both my parents.
I said the Grand Archives in Aquila, right?
It might have been the Grand Archives. Unless it
Okay,
was the
they're the
Aquilan
same building.
archives.
It's not that important. You'll
Right on.
know that it is indeed open to the public. In addition to public records, which you usually get at the front desk, there's also more of a library type situation going on. That's for research and science and stuff like that in the back. Magic.
All right. I'm gonna go. Eventually, that's my next destination.
Okay. Well,
Tonight.
that is a thing. Are you going to
I have the next day off.
let anybody else know what's going on?
The warehouse is on the way, so I'd probably stop by. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then. Damn, that why isn't my button working? There we go.
Damn, I'm back, baby.
So, you all are going about your. It is not night. It's 5 p.m. But
I'm going to find Almir, hand him a note, tell him. I was just prepared for this. God, distracted.
It was
Two.
very distracted, Meredith.
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you. To bring this letter to Dalasier
okay.
and set him off flying, because you can fly now.
Oh, adorable. Does he have leafy wings?
Yes.
The two stems kind of twist together and form a helicopter.
Oh my, that's not as cute as I was expecting, but it's still pretty
Like
cute.
a Kokorok.
Yeah. like a spinning leaf umbrella that Mary Poppins out.
Okay. I can't make Almir noises, so assume that Almir makes noises of yes.
Okay. It can still talk. Or he can still talk.
Can you summarize the contents of this letter?
Help us save us. Floop is a madman.
Dalasier, after researching into the problem, I've discovered a cult that seems to be attempting to summon a rogue Ashkin god into the city. The druid circle here doesn't seem terribly concerned about the after effects of that and the lengthening of the night. Please send assistance.
Okay. That happens. You will get a response in the future.
Thank you.
So the rest of you, unless you have anything plot relevant that you're doing, are minding your business when
Yeah,
Ymitri.
I'm passed out.
Ymitri.
I'm hanging a swing.
Oh man, I'm not on. I'm on the wrong voice. Let's just say that. Anyways, yeah.
Thank you, Daddy.
No. No.
Yeah. So Ymitri comes in and he looks very haggard, probably.
Yep. It was a quiet walk home because I'm just sitting there like thinking about everything.
I'm just like quietly holding your hand so you know you're not alone.
Oh, Ymitri, you're back. I was just telling everyone here what had happened, and you ran off, and it was very concerning. What happened?
Actually, good question. From her perspective, what happened?
Oh, well, it was strange. I was talking to Ymitri about just random stuff and nothing too important, and then he just sort of stopped in his tracks and looked at me, and he just kind of said some stuff and then ran off. It was all very strange and sudden.
I'm just going to whisper the name Novas under my breath while she's talking to see if she has any kind of reaction.
Sorry, what was that?
Nothing.
Okay.
That's what you remember.
Yeah, you just ran off. What happened?
I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of look at Rhea and go towards where my stuff is. I'm probably gonna not stay here tonight, everyone, but I'll be back tomorrow.
Are
Where do you
you
plan on
alright?
staying?
The library.
Ah, I see.
You know, I don't know you very well, but that doesn't sound like you.
I am carrying that box with me, though, as I walk in. Probably I didn't walk out when I...
Do you need any help?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the book?
What's in the box?
Open it up. Can you read this? And I'll throw him the book.
Is it written in Orcish?
No.
I'll take a peek
Nope.
at it.
You know Druidic?
I do.
Do you know any other languages?
Sylvan and Celestial?
So, Celestial specifically has specific things for in this world, not in like Pathfinder 2e, but there is a different version of Celestial for each of the gods, unless you're talking about like Angel Celestial, which is different. And I don't know how you would know that one.
Can you read it?
I wrote it down that I could read.
So, if I'm hearing this correctly, there's like 20 different god languages.
Yep.
That seems inconvenient.
Yeah. So I'll probably give bonuses to like understanding.
That's why there's people at the monastery who dedicate their entire lives to studying lore.
Yeah, so like the way that I conceive of divine languages in this world is that they're like a time cube. So like
Okay. So I got to pick additional languages because my intelligence modifier was high, and I picked Celestial, but like.
I think.
Do you speak Elven?
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, I was like, originally I had picked Elven, and so I switched away from
Well,
that one.
I start knowing Common and Elven, and I have
Right.
a +2 in my intelligence, so I got to pick 2 more languages.
okay.
So I picked
Do you know
Sylvan
the
and
Druid
Celestial.
god, the Druid god language then? If that wouldn't just be Druidic, I guess.
I don't know if I would know that because he's kind of an Ashkin god.
You can know that one if that is what you want to know.
Well, like, there's also the Elfie.
Gael, the streamline man.
Ooh, yeah.
No, there's a more farmy one. But
Yes, there's Ulun.
Yeah.
Ulun. Yes.
Probably know Ulunish.
Oh, yes, Ulunish. It's a beautiful
Okay, it's not that
language name.
Looney?
Derp derp.
Potato.
Okay. So yeah, none of you can read it.
I'm gonna, once I get over to my spot, though, like, I'm gonna toss the book. I'm gonna take out my coin purse and just, like, throw it on the ground, because I don't like money right now.
But Ymitri,
Pick up the coins.
Oh, they're still in my spot.
Ooh, give me some.
This is my blanket pile. There are many like it, but this one's mine.
No, it's still mine.
Ymitri,
Just fuck.
did you want help doing whatever you're doing at the library?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, Dad, let's try and help him out.
Okay.
Ymitri, do you want me to come or should I stay here?
I'm pretty damn uncomfortable around you, because what I saw... Actually, come here. And I'll pull her aside to tell her what I saw.
Okay.
And I'll recap the dream and explain the teeth and the morphine and such. And be like, but then you came back too, and I ran to Madame Zylstra's, and she told me my parents traded me for coin. So to become an experiment. And I don't know, the rest doesn't matter.
I'm so sorry you had to find out that way, Ymitri. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
I understand you want some space.
She knew the whole time.
Yeah. Zylstra was always evasive when we tried to ask her about our parents. I just assumed that, at least in all of our cases, that it was just out of to help us move on. But that's awful.
Do you not remember any? You don't remember anybody named Novas at all, do you?
Novas. No, I don't remember anyone by that name.
Do you remember anything from before the fire? I'm sorry. Like something weird, or something that you should remember, but you don't. I don't know.
I don't remember anything now that you mention it. I remember there was a song, but no, I don't remember much at all.
I think. Can you stay here and keep Sasha? I don't want her to come out with us.
Oh yes, I will keep her entertained. Don't worry.
Okay, I have to go clean up my coins.
Hey Sasha, I was just thinking that maybe we could spend some time going to the milkshake shop. I know that you really like that sort of thing.
Ooh, Dad, can I go?
I don't know.
Please.
Fine.
Yay.
And I'll sneak her a couple coppers for it.
Thanks. Books are really boring anyways. I was just being nice.
They're a better reader than I am. So.
Well, yeah, it's because they make us read in school.
Yep. I know my letters, but yeah. Time for a trip to the library.
So, it's time for the exciting library field trip.
Yeah, I'm only gonna tell
Maybe
people
we
that
can
we're looking
speed
for
run the
stuff
library.
on the Ordenis, but not the not the details of like my actual parents and such. But like, we're
Hey,
looking
who are
for
the
the
Ordenists?
Ordenists. They're like, I don't know, creatures from another plane that's like next to this one that kidnap things and do experiments. That's why I can do some of the things I can do apparently.
I have to say,
So-
I don't know why, but when you say that word, it just really makes me think of teeth.
Oh, like,
Okay, there is an M in there, or demists, not orthodontists.
I've called it ordenist. So I've been like, this is real close to orthodontist, but yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Ordenist. But it's ordimist, like M in the middle
Yes.
instead of an N.
Yes, I will type it into chat, and then it'll show up, and then
Damn.
yeah,
And then we'll
Saved before it got super ingrained into my brain.
right. Unless
Ordimist. Like order mist. Without an R.
yeah, I'll get it in chat in just a sec. Sorry.
But yeah, I'm gonna pack like a bedroll in my backpack and stuff and stuff this box into it. Or carry it. And I'm gonna go to the library. Or be getting ready to go there.
Okay.
I'll grab my kit.
You all head to the library for an exciting adventure.
should we try to
reading.
wake up Milo to bring him?
Oh yeah,
Oh, see, he's fucked up right now, isn't he?
yeah.
I don't
I'm
have.
gonna wait. I've got a new trick. I'm gonna like wiggle my fingers in a particular way and make the sound of 4 men shouting directly above him.
I don't get a perception check to wake up.
Huh.
What if we pour cold water on you?
What if you weakened at Bernie's him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I got it. I'm
sold.
the tall one.
The man with the DM screen.
Yes.
That's even.
I feel like
better.
that's inappropriate for the tone we're going for this episode, but I like it too much to stop it. I got his
Nobody's
voice. He
gonna-
can control his body.
Yes.
Okay. So Milo, you were experimenting with poisons, right?
I was experimenting with lethargy poison, and I applied it to myself. At this point, Milo is at 1d4 hours of being unconscious with no save, or with no perception check to wake up.
Okay.
I'm gonna like go
Fortune-
up and give him like a light tap on the face.
Fortunately, through the divine intervention of, the chemistry god Gorninkak, it's just 1 hour, and it's been an hour.
Yeah.
You're awake now.
Excellent. I'll wake up to them by picking me up to weaken and Bernie's me. Oh, hello?
Oh, hi. We're going on a trip to the library, and we didn't want to leave you here, so we were just going to drag you along since we couldn't wake you up.
Sorry, I must have been exhausted.
What's with your arm? It's all bandaged and stuff.
Just a small accident.
Looks like he's doing some
Insight.
weird kind of drug thing.
No.
You mean perception?
Yes. Perception, I got 30.
Son of a gun. 14.
You perceive things.
I mean, yeah, Milo, give a brief overview of how you come off when saying that.
Milo has it looks like he's been cutting on his arm and he's bandaged over it. These are injury poisons, so they have to be applied to a weapon and put into the bloodstream. So he's got like scars on his palm that he then bandaged over.
Really, you probably shouldn't hurt yourself too much.
He'll just kind of shake his head and then he treated the wound already, so he's back to full health. I'll be fine.
Milo's got a Milo.
Whatever you say.
Okay. So, you all head to the Grand Archives for the second time this week.
Yes.
Nice.
And Milo's apparently like this is his jam. So,
Love bureaucracy. Let's go.
yeah. You get there and you see that you go not to the front desk this time. Well, you can go to the front desk if you want. I guess I didn't give you much more direction.
Yeah.
I mean, is the same lady there that was there last time?
Yeah, she's working a quadruple.
Oh, that's awful.
She
I'm gonna
works
go to her
nurses'
again,
hours.
because she was helpful to me last time. What are we looking for, though?
Hello? Yes?
I explained to you that we're looking for information on the Ordenist because it's
Ordenist.
where I got my powers, essentially.
Okay,
dem-
well, in that case, I'm gonna go to the lady and ask if she knows where I can find any information on Ordenists.
Weird magic science stuff. It's interesting for you.
Ordemists.
Yeah, like something from across a plane.
I remember hearing something. I believe you're supposed to go to row 37B and talk to the woman there.
What do you mean, remember hearing something?
Does she seem okay?
What was that?
I mean, she's working a quadruple. She's probably exhausted.
Are you
Thank you
alright?
for all the help, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just really tired.
You said 37C, correct?
Yes, back in the library.
All right.
Actually, no, sorry, strike that. I'm sorry, I said something?
Yes, directions to informations on Ordenists.
I'm sorry, I don't recall.
I'm gonna go to the row she said.
I'm gonna kind of lean over to her. Just
Okay.
put a book up in front of you and then lay down. They won't be able to tell you're asleep.
I tried that, but my manager yelled at me. He's over there. She points to a cactus in the corner.
He seems really prickly. Well, good luck.
Excuse me while I just slip in a really obscure meme reference.
Stupid manager.
Yeah, I'm marching down to row 37C.
Yep.
Looking for the lady there.
Okay, well, we're gonna take an early break so that I actually remember this time, and we will be back in like 10-ish minutes-ish. And yeah, BRB. Hey, we're back. Sorry we're late. I was doing last minute planning. And yeah, we're here now. So that's all good. When we left off, we were traveling to the library and yeah, going to section 37C in the library, which, yep, Ymitri, you get there and you see that there are a lot of dusty old magical tomes on occultist teachings. It's a lot of, nasty stuff you probably wouldn't want to get caught here normally, lest people suspect things, but here you are. And when you get there, and who else is with him?
Me.
I think most of them.
Yes.
I'm gonna sneak off and try and approach this location from a different angle.
Totally not even paying attention to Piotr.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool, I'll
And,
just Batman out of nowhere for you then.
go ahead and roll stealth.
Roll to 1! Oh boy, it's still a 12, but oh god.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
What
it's
a-
a 12.
good time.
We hear a thump and then Piotr's not there.
Yeah.
He just actually tripped and just like fell into the other aisle.
Oh!
So, Ymitri, you get there, and you see an older man putting away books, and he turns to you, and you see that he's moving in a very unnatural way. Like, you see his skin almost shift over his skeleton, and it seems like he's like bent over, like the bones inside of him are meant for somebody a foot taller than this body actually is.
Do we all see him or just Ymitri?
All of you see him.
Do we all see the weird?
Yes.
Okay.
How far is he right now? Like, just like down the aisle or something?
I'm going to lean over to Milo and whisper, "Is that normal?"
I don't think anything about this is normal.
Okay.
And he says, "Can I help you?"
Is there a woman in this aisle?
Did I say woman?
Yes.
Old lady. Everything else is the same.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Gonna nudge Ymitri.
Are you the person that's supposed to help me find what I'm looking for?
You're Ymitri?
I'm gonna kind of look at Rhea, just be like, she knows my name.
This
I'm gonna
music.
say, no, you must be confused. This is my good friend Drake.
Yeah, and this is Tara.
Drake.
Yeah.
I
What?
wouldn't suggest lying, young man.
I'm gonna look at Rhea again.
Yeah. Okay.
You passed our test. Well done.
Yeah, it's me, Ymitri. Why is everything been so creepy right now?
Music.
Which I will turn down a little, sorry. Okay.
Kind of look around.
I didn't even know this part of the library even existed. Have you seen the titles of these books, Ray? I can't even read them.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, they're super culty. They say things like bone and blood.
Well done. I see you have heeded our message.
The rest of you do not hear the creepy voice. Or
there any
anything.
books in
They're just kind of standing there looking at each other.
Having a contest of wills. Got it.
This is my answer.
Yeah.
We have an offer for
What kind of offer are you talking about?
The woman reaches behind her in like a really weird way and just kind of takes some things off of the bookshelf behind her and holds up 2 potions that do not look healthy.
Is one red and is one blue?
No.
you. Your mother and father wait on the edges of this world, and we need vessels for them to inhabit. We know we have been watching you, and we know that you have upcoming connections with the one this world calls Talisk. Give this to him, and you will meet your father. As for your mother, we have heard that the one called Zoya will be seeing you shortly. Give this to her, and you will meet your mother.
Are you them?
I am one of them, yes.
Do you have a name?
There's I didn't name these things. Come on, guys. There's it utters some words and they just kind of echo in your brain and they don't really make sense yet. Like they're you can't really hold on to them.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the potions on my bandolier real quick and open up the book that I have, and out from the chest.
Okay.
It's
After Ymitri, for the rest of you, Ymitri wordlessly takes these potions from this person and stuffs them in his bag, and then everything else from now is audible to the rest of the party.
Can you show me to read this?
She takes it. This is in Desmoden. Or Desmoden.
The bat people?
I'll be honest, like it probably maps to something.
Okay, cool.
It's supposed to be some arbitrary language.
Did you say Talisk? Okay.
You didn't hear it, but yes.
I know.
Yeah, take that note for me, please, because I wasn't.
Talisk and Zoya.
Yeah, I know I didn't hear it. I just wanted to make sure because Talisk, Calyx.
The potions were
Councilman
identical.
Talisk.
One was red and one was blue.
Nah, what?
Oh no, sorry, that was the joke.
Yes.
You know what? Sure, let's say
unhealthy.
one is red and one is blue.
Which one is for which person?
Red one is for Zoya, blue one is for Talisk.
Would I have recognized those potions in the glimpse that I saw of them? I'm assuming
Go ahead
no,
and
but-
roll knowledge.
They're on my bandolier, so they're actually visible.
alchemy.
Oh.
If you can see my front.
Sorry, what'd you say, Ian?
Go ahead and roll knowledge alchemy.
Knowledge alchemy?
Yeah. It's just alchemy check.
Oh, okay. Uh, 22 total.
You recognize that they are toxic. You don't know how.
Cool. That's a little scary. I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on them and store that knowledge away in my brain for later.
Well, have you decided on whether you're going to need those?
What? The potions?
Yes.
What do they do? Are they poisons?
I think you know what they do. Go ahead and roll insight if you, perception if you
Son
need
of a
some
gun.
help.
9.
0 point.
Don't you have to declare before? I'm gonna use it though.
You don't have to declare before. That's dumb.
Good. It is dumb.
That's inspiration.
Yeah. 12.
Really?
Guidance.
Oh wait, that's the 9, not a 6. So 15.
Okay, thank God. Yeah, no, you know what they do. They are somehow related to summoning more of the mind-eating creatures that you've been talking to into this plane, probably to inhabit the two people that you're targeting.
Delightful.
I just know that they're poisonous
Find
somehow.
a way to do that. Fine. I am going to stay here tonight and read up on you, though.
very well. Although I suggest, I will warn you that there is very little about me or my kind in this library.
Can I not find like a cipher though for Desmodin?
Yes,
There's these files and things.
in section 52B, you will find a book of languages which might help you in your quest.
Okay.
What exactly
Well-
are you? What is your kind?
She kind of like her face contorts into something resembling a smile, and you see her body just kind of weirdly shuffle into something that looks a little bit more natural. And she looks at you and says, "Oh, don't worry. Ymitri and I are distantly related."
I'm gonna turn and walk down the aisle.
And then the wedding
60
bells
walk away.
start playing, and no.
Yeah.
I'm going to just walk past this person we're talking to and start looking at books in this aisle that I can maybe look to read to get introduction to these things.
Horrid dreamscape monsters for dummies.
But eventually my next thing is going to get Cypher and try to translate a little bit of this.
Okay. Yeah. So you walk past this old lady, and she just kind of continues staring at where you were for an unnaturally long period of time. Is anybody else doing anything besides Ymitri's studying?
Ma'am, how distantly related?
Oh, we share a common heritage.
Yes, that's what relative means.
Well, I'll let you all get back to your studying. She kind of turns around awkwardly and begins to walk off with just a book that she was putting on the shelf a little while ago, just in her hand.
Okay.
Have I heard of this language before? Is it another language of a god? Would there be lore keepers at the monastery who speak this language or read this language, or any sacred tomes that we've studied?
Go ahead and roll knowledge occult.
Cool. Yeah. Natural 20! Boo, boo, boo. That's
Yo.
a 21.
21? Wow.
Well, natural 20 plus 1 from my intelligence modifier.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Nice.
I don't think that's more than 10 under. So, yeah. You heard once, you were talking to a lore keeper, and you heard once a while ago from one of these lore keepers that there were some weird tones from the very earliest days of this world back during I don't even remember what it's called.
The bright times.
The bright happy times. The dawn or something like that.
Same.
Where did I leave my... The worst part is I know where it is in my shorter doc, but I can't get to that quickly.
In the beginning times, the before 4 times.
Oh, right. I put it under...
Before the dark times.
Oh, right. The dawn growth. So, right.
Don Grove.
Growth. As in growing. So back in the before times, there...
The land before time.
Yeah. There was... Urgoth made the world and just all of it and began throwing shit into the world. And the thing is that gnomes were not part of this. Gnomes came later. And with them came several mysterious texts written in a language called Desmodan.
Okay.
Spooky.
So if you ever need a reason not to trust gnomes, besides the fact that their whole shtick is playing pranks.
Being gnomes?
You weren't already racist towards gnomes. Be racist towards gnomes.
Gnome, don't do that.
Last time.
no.
No gnomes.
Gnome, no gnoming. Gnome,
Oh
gnome.
no.
Okay. Anyways, yeah.
Nobody
So-
understands me.
So Ymitri, what you're gonna do is you're going to roll a occult check to spend the night studying Desmodan and trying to decipher these texts with the help of your cipher.
Nat 20. 25.
Oh damn!
I did not regret that one earlier. Apparently that's what this it was for, setting this up.
This is a tome that talks about ordenists and what they are and so on and so forth. And you get through the first chapter over the course of the night. And the first chapter talks about their occult origins and how they and you know the kind of planar shenanigans that they get to play. So they exist in parallel to Toans, and they can't really influence the world that you're in, except through vessels that have had their minds broken. There are some indications that they can briefly handle, like overcome the resistance of a susceptible creature, but the way for them to gain permanent foothold is to inhabit the body of another.
Right on.
And
That's chapter 1.
That's chapter 1.
Cool. It looks like some anatomy kind of stuff. So eventually, I'm gonna stay up all night reading. I'm not gonna go to bed.
Yeah,
But,
that's what you get for staying up all night.
I'm taking whatever the fatigue or exhaustion is,
Okay.
unless you're allowed me to not take it. But it would happen if I stayed up all night.
Yep.
Just constantly going through a dictionary. What's this word again? I
Cool.
thought I saw it earlier, but I don't remember what it was.
But I'm on the next day.
It was the.
Yeah. So you all, you know, who stays overnight at the library with Ymitri?
I will.
No.
I
I need
will.
my sleep.
Piotr?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, that all happens. And
Keep a lookout.
eventually the sun rises, and Ymitri is just kind of furiously huddled over the desk, just kind of like rummaging back and forth between
I've
like,
checked a lot of spell books.
yeah, 6 books. As a reward for deciphering the first chapter of this book, you find out that the talisman that you have is actually an occult object. You can use it to briefly step into the Ordenist plane, and the mechanical effect of this is if anybody utters the magical words in Desmodan that trigger this amulet, they will be transported off of the material plane and into the Ordenist plane, and they will burn 4 HP per round, but otherwise they will not exist physically here.
Yikes.
One action to do the verbal command,
Yes.
and then dismissal is what?
Just one more action.
Okay, so right on.
So basically, you're phasing.
Yes.
Okay, and
Taking a
that's
tick of health
test out
point.
exactly what being on that other plane does.
Yeah, so I'm gonna learn that damage part out the hard way.
What happens if he is phasing when he goes unconscious?
then he dies.
Yeah,
So don't do that.
probably won't do that. But once I get that revelation going through a multitude of books, like at 8 a.m. in the morning, I'm gonna go back through the chests, open that, pick that talisman out, and then I was about to say a magical word.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, does somebody
Yeah,
wanna...
I'll say like I'll whisper like something
Mithra.
quiet to under my breath, just
Bippity boppity boop.
and phase out and be like, "What the fuck? It hurts." What does it look like when I go into this other world?
So it's a washed out version of this world. You can see vibrations of sound ricochet around from the material plane, and you kind of feel like this burning eating away at your nerve endings as you get there.
Rhea's gonna like start freaking out because you just disappeared. And
I mean, Rhea can act that out.
yeah, so I'm gonna like, first off, like, Ymitri, where'd you go? This isn't funny. And then I'm gonna try to like put my hand through the chair, like the space that he was in.
Yeah, Ymitri, you see Rhea trying to just like shove her hand through you, and it does.
Where are you? And then I'll like get up and like start looking around. This really isn't funny. You should stop.
6 seconds later, I'm going to take a step and be right behind her and back in and be like, ow, 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 ow. Hey,
You jerk!
that thing is, it was weird. It was like I was here. I could see you like brushing at where I was. It was going right through me.
We couldn't see you at all. You entirely disappeared.
Oh. Really? How much damage do I take? 4 per round?
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned by that smile.
I'm going to do it
Does it
again.
make you invisible or?
Literally
Or-
disappears off of this plane.
And poof. And just stand there for a second, for another 6 seconds, and just like endure the pain.
I'm gonna try to pull the same prank that he did on us, where like I'm gonna try to guess where behind him is, and be like, blah, but he can kind of see us, so it's not gonna work. But I don't know that.
I'm going to appear behind Ray. And 6 seconds later.
Nothing personnel, kid.
I don't think I can do that a lot, but
Yeah, you look really drained.
Oh, by the way, the talisman effects are not localized to Ymitri. Anybody can use it.
Okay. But
Natural?
only one person at a time.
Yeah, only one person at a time.
yeah.
Well-
The word is right here, and I point to a page in one of the books.
Okay. Out of combat, if you all hold on to it individually, you can all use it.
Like a port key. We all have to touch it with a finger?
Yes, out of combat.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
No.
What an
I'm gonna-
awful way to start combat.
Down 16 HP.
May I, so do you hand me the talisman?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
and I point to the command word that's in a book I'm holding up.
I'm gonna go through and experience what he experienced, and then I'm gonna try and walk into one of the bookcases.
You're gonna splice yourself?
No, I'm gonna try and like see if I can walk through it, or if it's still a solid object to me.
Oh, it's still a solid object. Well,
Okay.
let's see. Would it be... I haven't thought through the rules of this very much.
Rain check. Got it.
Oh. Yeah, let's say anything non-organic, like non-living, is
solid.
yeah.
Okay. So like, yeah, I can put my
Tables and
hand through
chairs.
you if you're in the other space, and you can see it, but you can't put a bookcase through you.
Yeah.
Could you put a sword through somebody?
Yeah, that's a good thought. I'm gonna try and like take
No.
my objects,
That'd be
my
broken.
non-living objects, and see what they do.
Let's use this heuristic then. If you are the thing moving, then you can't go through it. If it is the thing moving, then it can. I realize that just does not align with relativistic physics, but like we're going
It's
to
another
ignore-
plane.
magic.
It's magic. It
The rules
figures
of
it out.
physics are different there. You can cook grits in 5 minutes.
Like you can't run through a bookshelf, but like if I threw a book at you, the book would go through you.
Did you say it's for fire damage or for like untyped, unspecified damage?
I don't remember the different damage types, so rain check.
Because like resistance.
Just be untyped damage.
Yeah, let's just do untyped damage.
Okay,
This could get
that's
too
what I was
broken.
thinking for it to be fair. Because I'm like, oh, never mind, I don't take that damage anymore. Here forever.
Yeah, no.
You
I'm
just
gonna-
believe us.
I'm gonna say the word again, and I presume come back to real space. I hope it's not a different command word.
Did you
and
forget the
Ymitri
word?
just didn't tell me.
Nah, no, you poof back into reality.
It was all a
It's an
secret
on and
plot
off.
for Ymitri
It's an on
to
and
get
off
rid of
button,
Piotr.
same button. Command
Oops, they
word.
go gravity.
On one hand, ow, that was awful. On the other hand, that was very useful. And
Right?
I'll hand the talisman back to him.
Yeah.
Piotr, it looks like all
Oh.
the color has left your face.
Yeah.
Do you want to try it, Rhea?
See, it's funny because he's a gray elf, half elf.
I don't think I want to try this right now. No.
I'm gonna.
But thank you. I'll think
out-
about it. It's really weird.
It is weird, isn't it?
I'm gonna pull 2 tinctures out of my healer's kit. Basically, I'm gonna try and treat wounds for both Ymitri and myself, but no way that makes sense for this kind of damage.
Sounds good.
Let me find my handy dandy new modifier.
Yeah. I'm
Yep.
just writing the rule
I don't think we said it on camera, but like everybody dinged last game, so
we're level 3 now.
I'm taking that to mean you managed
So,
to
and then
fail.
the last mechanical thing for this thing, you said, if take fatal, if like, are you saying if health is reduced to 0 while in this
You
dead?
don't come back.
you don't come
Right.
back unless there's somebody else there to take you back.
Okay, or like maybe via wish spell or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like, there's anything preventing you from getting back, except that you just can't activate it.
Yeah.
And you keep taking damage each round, so that would eventually kill you.
That would kill you fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can tell you that treat wounds does not heal you, Ymitri, and in fact, I rolled a 1, so I crit fail, so I take damage myself.
No, I take damage.
No, I rolled for you on the,
Oh,
on the
okay.
one that just failed. I crit failed on myself.
Oof,
Right
buddy.
on. Probably leave it to Milo, but
Yeah.
it almost
Yep,
kind of
Moving,
just
moving,
like,
moving forward, we'll just say that if you are thoroughly out of combat, you can just take your DC as the outcome. Because, like, no,
Okay.
it's stupid.
Okay.
Oh man.
we are in a library. You can even like research how to do this if you forgot something.
It was like a pre-made tincture that both of us could drink, and I just went bad or something. I don't know.
The
Went
cap
really bad
wasn't
in
all
my
the
case.
way sealed, so it like bacteria started growing inside of it.
Oh, not good.
It was
not
lumpy.
good feeling. Oh boy.
Gross.
Well, should we pack up and take this stuff back with us?
Here, Piotr, I'll heal you.
Thanks.
Since
Are you gonna roll medicine, or are you just gonna healing?
I don't know if I can roll medicine because I think that's the treat medicine is.
Right, that's not a per person thing.
Yeah, I think that one's a blanket. Once somebody does it.
Yeah, that one is blanket. The in combat one is not.
Well, I have an idea. These books,
So I was just gonna use a heal spell.
does one of you have an extra sack on you?
I pull off my backpack.
I'm gonna put
these books that I'm not finished looking at in this sack. And I'm gonna
Are we
hold
allowed
the
to
talent.
borrow books from this library?
You get 11 health back.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
taking
you
the
are allowed to
5
borrow
discount
books.
on them.
I was going to
You can't borrow them, but you can buy them. Just gotta take the 5-figure discount.
bring them back, but I don't think they'd probably not let us remove these books from the library, and I'd rather not people know that. Well, yes, I'm stealing the books.
And I'm going to say "Huss" and use the talisman and walk out with the sack of books in hand.
Okay, take 16 damage.
I gotcha.
Bastard has my backpack. Fine.
But you got 11 health back. Piotr.
Nice, I'm almost at full HP.
So, Ymitri, as you're staying in this realm for a protracted period of time, you start to get this feeling that you're not entirely alone, but it's not really, like, you don't really have anything you can do with that yet.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
That's been the theme, yes!
Do we get back to our place unaccosted?
Yes.
Has it been an hour?
Ymitri, I had a thought with that amulet. Have you taken a look at what the potions look like with that on?
Yeah, but you can take a look here.
Do you need another... Here, let me try and... has it been an hour since... Because we can treat wounds once every hour.
But wait till after I'm done, because I'm missing literally 1 hit point.
Okay.
Yeah, you do it, the potions look the same.
Okay, they don't look weird from the other side?
Nah.
Okay. Come back. Well, that was boring.
Once you're on the other side, there's an inscription detailing exactly what they do and the ingredients. The
Oh, crap, we
calories.
can make more of this?
It's got
Your
the
daily
nutritional facts
vitamin
on
D.
it.
Yeah, and then it
Wow,
turns
this
out...
is FDA approved.
Yeah,
It's
and
got
then you
75% of your vitamin C dosage.
and then you all just spend the rest of your time making potions so that you can summon Cthulhu-esque monsters into this world. Sure.
I go to sleep.
That's how you end the world.
Oh, I was gonna heal them.
No, it's how you're not supposed to end it. Yeah.
I rolled a critical success for Ymitri.
I'm long resting though.
A critical
while I'm
success
off
for
today.
Piotr.
Yay.
I heal up my 5 missing hit points.
So it's 48.
Dad, you're finally home. Well, back.
Home close enough.
Was the library really that exciting?
To be honest, no. Although,
Okay, then why'd you stay there all night?
because somebody has to watch their backs.
Okay, why did they stay there all night?
I think Ymitri is translating a book.
Nerd.
That's 12 HP back for Ymitri and 11 for Piotr.
Not canon.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, it's some weird magical stuff.
Did everything go okay?
It was... something?
Oh dang, we should have brought you with Sasha. There was this weird monster-y person-y thing there. It was kind of interesting.
She looked like a hunched old lady, but her teeth and her movements spoke of more nefarious means.
And
Did you kill her?
No.
Yes, with my
Oh.
bare fists.
Her and Ymitri shared a very long gaze with each other.
And then you killed her?
Exactly.
I don't know, I don't think it's okay to kill somebody's crush.
Well, that's just the way I roll, so you better not bring Mako around.
But he's cool and I don't get to see him anymore.
I'm just kidding, we didn't kill her. She said she was related to Ymitri. I'm not gonna murder his family member.
Wait, you... related?
Yeah, probably like a great aunt or something.
Yeah,
She was
didn't
okay.
really specify the distance of the relation. She just said they had the same heritage, which is the same thing as saying you're related, I'm pretty sure.
Satina kind of sidles over and she's like, are you being serious or are you just telling tales?
Being
Bit of both.
serious about everything. The only lie there was that we killed her.
Oh,
She's still alive. She's spooky.
So Ymitri found some of his family?
Apparently, they stared at each other for a really long time, and then she handed him some potions, and he took them. And then after that, she was like, "Oh yeah, we're distantly related."
I get the feeling it might not have been necessarily a blood relation.
Oh, that sounds creepy.
Terrifying? Yes.
Ymitri, I know I said I'd give you some space, but let me know if you need anything from me, right?
I'm just going to go to sleep.
And I'm gonna just set the potions down next to me in the open and pass out.
Okay.
No, drink one. No, I'm kidding.
And
I
this happens.
The chaotic part of me really wanted you like, I take one and I drink it. What happens, DM? But no.
I see we had the
Wrong
same
character
thought.
for me to do that, but I would.
There's 2 potions.
Well, yeah, one's for his mother, one's for his father.
No,
Exactly.
I mix them together and drink both at once.
I'm so bad at pointing on this guy.
now
Bad ideas.
Piotr is your
Can
parents.
I use my alchemist's tools to look at one and try the identify alchemy?
Yeah.
Do you try to take it from my vicinity?
Yes.
Did you do something
Yes,
to it?
that would be a...
No, but it's just right next to me, and I'm sleeping. But
Yeah,
it's
so-
right next to me.
I'm gonna try and do an identify alchemy on it. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna look at it.
Do I wake up?
Go ahead and roll perception if you want.
I do. I don't wake up.
I was picturing you're looking at it and all of a sudden like a tentacle just wraps around your wrist.
I
I might stab a tentacle if that happens.
know. Just because I know your stealth score, I don't wake up.
Okay. So yeah, you, Milo, you, go
I
ahead.
take the blue one.
You take long enough where, like, even if you fuck up a couple of times, you figure it out. And this is a potent neurotoxin.
That'd be neurotoxin.
And I know the means of activating it. It's just drunk,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, it's just like, you know.
How long before it is like how long does it happen? Like after you drink it, how long until it happens?
The symptoms set in slowly over the course of 2 weeks.
Yikes. Okay. Can I develop an antitoxin?
Well, with a craft alchemy, you can try. That would be like a project, though.
Yeah.
We'll call it
Ca-
75 gold, and let's call it a DC 30 because you don't have the plans for it. You just
Okay.
kind of have to pray to Gordon Cack.
It's like you gotta get better.
I'm gonna see if I can first roll it. I don't have the money to try it, but if I can roll it, I will start putting funds away to be able to attempt it. But I need to roll a 19 on die to meet a 30.
Yeah.
That's a nat 2, so no.
I was like, Joe power, Joe power.
So this all takes the form of like, you know, you just taking it over to a makeshift workbench you have and just kind of tinkering with it for a while, and you're like, oh god, this is neurotoxin. You start trying to
I'm gonna say, oh god, it's neurotoxin out loud, and then quickly put on gloves.
Wait, what?
Neurotoxin. It's a toxin that attacks the nervous system of the
Yes.
recipient.
I'm gonna stopper it very carefully and put it back.
I'm concerned that a weird lady in a library gave Ymitri neurotoxins.
Especially since they hadn't even met each other before. And they didn't talk about it, and he just accepted them from a stranger. And we have no idea what he intends to do with them.
We should probably have a.
We should make sure he
discussion
doesn't
about
drink
taking
them.
mysterious substances from strangers.
Yeah.
I think we definitely need to sit Ymitri down and have a chat about these.
I'll start making a banner.
Have you had that talk with Sasha yet, Piotr? We could include her as well so that Ymitri doesn't feel ganged up on.
Wait, what talk with Sasha?
Not taking mysterious potions or liquids from strangers.
Oh, yes, of course. You seen the crowd I hang out with? Of course.
Fair.
Okay.
I'm gonna carefully stop her and put it back.
Yeah. After you realize, like, nope, you don't know how to proceed on something that could counteract this, it becomes a lot more dangerous in your eyes. And you do that. Does anybody, so like, there's a couple of things between.
How hard is the color to match?
What?
How hard is the color to match?
So it's not so much the color so much as the quality. Like, the potion's just like kind of always warm in your hand, and there's kind of this like caustic smell that you feel would be rather difficult to imitate. Less difficult than creating an antidote, but still difficult.
I'll think on it.
Okay. Anyways, so Rhea,
Yes.
you have a dinner with Urlai coming up that we do not need to do if you do not want.
I mean, yeah. I don't feel the need to spend all of our time on stream going, but is there anyone else in the party who would like to join me?
I will.
Okay. Yeah.
Urlai's eyes just kind of sink as she sees that you've brought another person.
No, I'm trying to move Urlai's attention from me to Lysta.
Okay, go ahead and roll diplomacy.
Gotta get some water.
Matchmaking.
Matchmaker, make me a
Natural 20!
What?
So, like, Lysta, you can do whatever you want. You
That's
don't need to be
25.
a part of this.
Yeah, no,
But-
I'm just like complimenting you a lot.
And it works. Like, Urlai bites. And, like, not literally at first.
But if this continues.
Thank you, Rhea.
Well, I just think you're so capable, you know?
Oh, yes, she does look very capable.
I don't think I've ever had a dinner where I was complimented this often. It's
Oh, well, I think that's a fault of all of your other dinners, dear.
I think it's
guess.
important to give recognition where it's due.
It really is.
I mean, Rhea, you're pretty amazing too. I mean, you
Oh, thank you.
got to talk to a diplomat man. I couldn't, politician. There we go. I could not, for the life of me, actually think of the word as Marit. I was just like, what are they called again?
I liked the way it worked.
Political man.
A politico.
And from what I understand, it went fairly well.
Yes, I'm learning. I do think it went well. Once he realized that as leader of the task force, he could take additional funding, you know, then he was pretty intrigued in supporting the task force.
Yeah. This food is really good. Do you know where they get the food? Or source the ingredients?
Oh, yes, this is all important, of course. Anyways, yeah, so the dinner. progresses, and at the end you realize, like, so perhaps later we could maybe meet up, just us later, some other day.
Listen, I think I understand what's happening here. I'm not really planning on sticking around for long, and well, I've kind of taken a bit of a sabbatical from dabbling in relationships at the moment.
Oh,
Of that sort.
I see. Well,
I'm sorry, you seem very nice though.
oh well, it was very lovely meeting you.
It was very lovely meeting you as well.
And of course, if you're ever looking for a little company some night, I'll be around.
Whoa.
I'll keep
Strike
in
two.
mind.
Okay, that all happens, and you all depart, and Urlai seems sad, but that's fine.
She's saving strike 3 for later.
Yikes.
Okay, so we have some time that we can fast forward through.
Did we want to try and track down Nathan's house? He had an address.
That
didn't
was the next group objective, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nathan's house.
The shears is my day off. I'm sleeping to get my long rest.
So
but I also have the
tired.
hoof off.
Fast forward
go to my
to
meeting.
the finding Nathan's house.
Yeah. What day do we want to pick? So we have shears right now, hoof, scythe, jar are the next 3 days.
Want to do it on the scythe?
I can do it after work on the scythe.
Guess what's
Like,
on
we're
the
just,
site?
like hanging out with each other. Like, oh, I got work, guys. I can't hang out.
My meeting.
Well, I quit my job because I figured that they're gonna track me down because they know where I work.
I did have a thing at work because I was gonna probably do something along similar lines.
Does the hoof not work?
You both have the hoof off.
Yeah, let's do this on the hoof.
Yeah, just hoof it.
That works.
Right on.
Okay. So on the third,
the next day,
Yes.
on the third hoof, you all.
We find Nathan and we murder him at the end.
Burn his house down.
Yeah.
With the lemons.
With the lemons. You all head over to the Rosewood district to try and track down this Nathan. And on your way, kind of unrelated and tangential, you walk past a town crier who is standing up on a pedestal and says, "Attention, attention, one and all. Latest news from the monastery is that the first chapter of the Aquero Madidas has been released by the prodigy Lucive. Young prodigy Lucive."
does that even matter to anybody here? Like,
Do you know that guy, Ram?
Yes.
Oh, you must be
Remember-
proud of your friend then.
Of course I'm proud of him. It's a really impressive accomplishment. And this is a really important text from Catfoot. And frankly, I can't wait to read it. But remember
You guys,
a little bit ago when someone I bumped into told everyone at the monastery what great strides I was making towards becoming a Sorrowbringer? And then later, when I had my meeting with Nala, she talked to me about how I treated Lucive inappropriately, and I needed to keep
Yes.
my emotions in control and not lash out at people. This is that guy. So of course it's really impressive that he did this. This is such a huge accomplishment, especially when he just started his seeking the same day as me.
well, not if he's an
But-
asshole, then I mean, I don't see him being special at all. I mean,
I mean,
Tell you what.
I really don't like him. I'm really happy that you called him an asshole. I don't repeat it, of course. I would never.
Yeah, it was just nonchalant as fuck for me.
Tell you what, Rhea, if after all this weird occult stuff's blown over, if you want somebody to, take him down a peg or two, you know what, just don't even say the word, just say nothing.
Just blink twice in Pyota's direction.
I can't condone that sort of retaliation.
Well, I mean,
I get you completely. You can't condone it. Won't be a part of it. You don't want to even know. If anything like that happened, you'd never want to know about it.
I take the time to apply electric poison to my dagger.
Okay. I'm going to feel so sorry for our podcast listeners when that actually happens. So
The amount of times Abby has blinked twice.
yes, that's why we're laughing.
Oh, did she blink twice? I can't quite see it on my
Yes,
screen.
multiple times,
Oh, okay.
very explicitly.
I mean, if you know what he's allergic to, we can always play a prank on him. I mean, that's simple to do. There's always foods in the market.
Oh,
nuts.
I don't know what he's allergic to. We always have the same basic food at the monastery, and
Well, why don't you
not
get
very
some
many
leg up
people
on him
are
and figure
allergic
out,
to
You
it.
know what he doesn't like to eat.
Well,
and then,
I think that Milo might be able to help in that.
I'm currently poisoning my dagger with lethargy poison.
I'm not poisons. No, I'm talking like nuts or something, or maybe he's allergic to pollen.
Well,
Like,
I
people
think
die from
that
anaphylaxis, right?
I think that the sleepy poison is a lot safer than trying to murder somebody via an allergic reaction.
Well, maybe he just sneezes during a speech or something, and
that would be such a good
don't
prank
think-
if he was sneezing during his speech. Probably when he
that's
finishes
what I'm
his
saying.
full
Like,
translation.
find something that just irritates him.
Okay, somehow you are on, this party is on both ends of the prank Sinatra spectrum.
Prank Sinatra.
Hashtag Winnie the Bish. Hashtag prank Sinatra. We only go too small or too big.
Give him
Ymitri.
nuts, make him sneeze, or poison him.
don't
Those are the options.
I don't think you understand how food allergies work. It's not sneeze. It's like hives and sometimes closing up your throat so you can't breathe.
I literally live that on a daily
Maybe not
basis.
nuts. Just I don't know. So Ray, next time you're eating with him or something like that, just be like, "Hey, what do you not like to eat?" And he, I don't know.
That's
he might
all
get on.
food allergies, though. Not just nuts. If you're allergic to food, you could
Well, if he
kill-
describes it kills him, then don't use that one. But
Well,
maybe he says, "I get tightened up when I eat green beans," and we'll give him green beans to tighten him up during a speech, and he's like, "Oh," and it's funny.
We'll discuss overall strategy of dealing with Elusive more offline.
I've got a plan.
This is not moving towards
Yes,
resolution.
Lice was just going to look at Ymitri and just be like,
Pretty sure I could design a poison that would give him the shits.
Guys,
And that's the
I
dream.
can't
I've got
condone
a
any
much more on the
retaliation.
nose idea
and
that won't kill him. I mean,
Well,
no,
anyway.
I'm not gonna do a thing, Rhea. Don't worry
well,
about it.
I mean, there is that plant. I did find a plant in one of the nearby parks that gives people the shits. I showed it to Sasha.
Pewter's like, you're the one who told me that.
By the way,
I'm sorry, you showed Sasha what?
Well, I was just telling her not to eat it. I was showing her what some good medicinal plants and plants to avoid are in the parks. that you could harvest.
Noted, I need to check all of my food from now on. Got it.
Oh, that was like weeks ago.
yeah,
Has
and
a
I
very,
haven't forgotten
very
about
good
it.
memory.
Okay, maybe it was only like a week ago, but like it's just
She has a very, very good memory.
Anyways, is this where Nathan used to live?
Yes, you arrive at the Peg Leg Shipwrights.
Oh, this is where he used to work.
Yes. and you know that he had a apprenticeship here for a while, and that was backed up by DJ. And yeah, you're standing outside. There are people moving around. There's like, it's right next to those shipyards that you had the fight
Almost
in a while
died on.
ago. Almost died at.
Cool.
I don't know these shipyards too well, so yeah, I know my side.
I mean, I'll walk in, I guess, through the front door. Is it open?
Yes, and indeed, you all walk in and you see it's a very large, like, warehouse workshop type thing. There are people moving around, constructing, like, segments of ship that they're going to, like, you know, put on, like, you know, there's an area where
Gonna
there's just,
IKEA
like,
them together and then
yeah,
sail
yeah,
them out.
yeah.
An IKEA ship. I do not want to think about that.
Made of particle board.
Somehow I have like 4 pieces left over. I don't know where they go.
I
But
hope they
And
weren't
take it on water.
important.
it looks like a boat.
There's a bunch of Swedish people walking around.
With meatballs.
There's arrows on the ground and shit.
Yeah, so you can
Going in
only go in a
circles.
really long circuit around the warehouse floor.
Well, what can I say? I love a good flort.
But don't worry, all of the ships that they produce are really efficient. Okay, so yeah, you begin making your way around the warehouse circuit, I guess. Are you keeping an eye out for Nathan, I'm guessing?
Don't know what he
mean-
looks like these days.
I don't know what he looks like at all. I'm probably gonna look for like a supervisor,
yeah,
and I'm gonna
so
see
should we,
if
like,
I can find their manager.
Find a higher up or just like call out his name.
Piotr might recognize him, since didn't we hear that he was at the bar for a
Oh
little
yes, he
bit?
was a semi-regular at the bar.
Yeah, you might recognize him.
I recognize him, yeah.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye out.
Ymitri, go ahead and roll a perception check, and also Piotr.
Let's see if I can go for the third
Guidance.
one of the night.
Not bad. 24.
2!
Oh my goodness. Me
For
stealing Ian's dice
nine
gave you
total.
my luck.
Okay, so
Oh,
Ymitri,
boy.
you begin scanning around the warehouse, and you see these men and women running to and fro, building their ships made of IKEA, and you quickly spot
Made of IKEA.
Nathan working on some furniture that's supposed to go in the captain's quarters, you think. And he seems pretty busy, like sawing some wood and then like nailing it together, so you can just like go over and talk to him if you want.
I don't approach. I just kind of gesture to Piotr. That's him.
Do we want to call out that we know where he is, or do you want to have me follow him home?
I don't think there's lots of people here.
Yeah, I think they might get the wrong idea if we are just try and gang up on him. Maybe we should take a bit more of a stealthy approach.
How many people are in this area, and are they in a 10-foot burst?
20, and they are in clumps that could be 10-foot bursted.
Okay. I stand by what I said.
Yeah. Let's be clear, like, you know, these
This is
are
a public area.
This is a public area. These are shipwrights, not fighters.
Yeah.
But shipwrights tend to be pretty muscular. Also, I just don't want to like.
I'm
attack
attempting
random
to
They have
telegraph
egos.
that these are all like pretty low level. If something were to happen,
I mean,
Let's-
yeah, if you wanted to like camp out and follow him, I just got a new spell. So like we can hang back and I can just send like a quick message to you, Piotr, and we could just like stay like 50 feet behind but still stay in contact.
Okay, so you'd send message 50 feet.
Yeah, so like I'm going to quickly like move like 30 feet that way and then cast message at Piotr and just say, hey, this is what I'm talking about. And you can hear me as if I'm like right next to you. Also, you can respond to this.
you hear Lysta's dulcet tones just kind of tickle your ear hole.
I don't like the way you phrased that, but okay.
That's why I had to phrase it that way.
I love the way you phrased it. Never change, Ian.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna respond. Cool, this is very useful. What's the plan for how to use this?
Oh, like, you could be, because you're more, sorry, I'm gonna walk back over. You're stealthier, so I figured we could hang back from behind you about like 60 or so feet. It's got a pretty long range on it, but we could still keep in contact every once in a while. And
I see, that would be useful. I was thinking I would just climb up to a nearby rooftop and stake the place out for, well, until he leaves, and then follow him back and see where he goes.
Really want to talk to him here. I can have him have a conversation, but
I think it'd be better if we could get him alone.
Well, if you want to make sure we get him to a secure location, I'll hold up the knife that I poisoned and gesture and hand it over to Piotr.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna switch it out for one in my my wrist sheath, and hand my knife to him.
Okay, Altair.
Very useful. Is that the one that put you out the other day?
Something like that.
Nice.
you guys have some kind of like business going on already.
No.
So, I mean, you saw the stuff I was getting into, so just curious.
Excuse me while I just accidentally full screen Evan because I'm trying to change the cropping on something on the sly.
Just
Ymitri!
It's
So
like
it sounds
what-
like you're going to follow him home, put him, or somewhere else, put him to sleep, and then we can talk to him?
Yes, and I think we should bring him somewhere that isn't where we live.
That's fine.
what about the other warehouse?
True, we do know a couple other empty warehouses. Yeah, I can.
we also know a few entrances to that underground meeting place.
Yeah, but he might know the layout of that mazy place. So, like, we'd be putting ourselves at a bit of a disadvantage if he tried to run away.
That is a good thing I did not even think about.
Right.
I think I can get him to just talk to us.
Or we can just have Ymitri. I can follow him home, have Ymitri come up to him, and then he can talk.
Yeah.
And then if all else fails, I can jump him from behind, knock him out. We can take him somewhere.
I like to just
Honestly,
picture us in the
just-
middle of this warehouse, just like huddled together, just like
I was imagining us talking about this over message. Over
Just
your,
like-
your message.
I know where he is. We could have just gone somewhere.
exclusively
okay,
like
okay.
messaging at people.
So, like, you know, you all walked into the warehouse. I'm assuming that you walked in, looked around for a little bit, walked out, had this conversation.
Also that's better.
That's probably makes more sense.
I think I'm going to see if there's anyone carrying something super heavy and just run up and like help them carry it and then be like, hey, have you seen Nathan around?
You already know where Nathan is.
Never mind.
Ymitri does, anyways.
I pointed him out to Piotr, then we just, and everyone
Yeah.
else. Was
And then we
inside.
rounded everybody up and left.
Got you.
But I'm gonna find another worker in the area and be like, hey, mate, I think I got here early for my shift, but when is shift change around here? Like, is it in like an hour or so, or shorter, or something else?
Go ahead and roll a bluff disguise.
Son of a gun, I'm gonna use my hero point on this one.
You already used your hero point.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
At the library.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
I mean, it was important at the library.
It was.
11. Hey, everything's important.
You don't work here, buddy. Maybe you mean the place down the road a bit.
Fuck, and I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
Try.
Back to the party. I don't know when shift changes. We could be waiting here all day.
That's fine. I've stuck out places for longer before.
All right, well, I don't really want to stick around here. We can just meet where you're going to take him.
Fast forward to
did you wanna
shift
talk to him?
change.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Oh,
we can just
I
fast
guess.
forward to shift change.
I'll reach in my pocket.
Let's do some yoga to kill some time.
Let's stretch our legs.
All right, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna have them go off to a
Praise
place
the
where they
sun.
can't necessarily see where people be coming out of the building, but they can see me. You know, if they watch me climb up to my hiding spot. Then I'm gonna climb up on top of a building and just wait.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Please.
I'm Solaire. Yeah, and then also
27.
27. Okay. Yeah. So Solaire appears briefly to acknowledge the praise of the sun earlier, and then yeah. So Piotr, you go do those things, and you find yourself a nice, snug little hidey hole that keeps you concealed until shift change occurs, where you finally see Nathan come out looking sweaty and haggard, and yeah.
All right, I'm gonna follow him home
Okay.
or wherever he goes. I suppose.
Yeah, once Piotr starts moving, I'll kind of follow Piotr until it's kind of a lot more isolated.
Yep, and then once he's isolated, either be it at his destination or somewhere beforehand. No, let's go see his destination.
Yeah. Nathan
Depends
heads,
on where he's heading. Where is he heading?
Nathan heads
vaguely?
towards a neighborhood, a like semi-closed community in the Rosewood district. So there's the not concrete, but stone fence outside and the gate, and there's several houses on the inside of the compound. It's not super well protected. You can scale the wall pretty easily, but it's, fancy.
But it is a
Getting it.
gated community.
Yes.
Right, I'll scale the wall and then leave the rope for leave my grappling hook and rope for everybody else to help climb up.
Okay. Yeah, you track Nathan to his home pretty easily. It looks like, all of these houses are kind of cookie cutter, and he walks into the welcoming arms of a wife and small child, a daughter.
Do we see that from our distance behind Piotr?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm gonna give Ymitri the signal to go up and talk.
Once I'm within 120 feet, I'm kind of panicking a little bit that he's got a family here, and I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions in that 10-foot burst on the family, and I need will saves from all of them. As I hold my hand to my head and just look in that area.
So we got a no from the wife, a no from the child, and
How no?
They failed?
7 and 9.
Okay, those are both critical failures.
Okay.
So, and on critical failure, even if they have a hostile action taken against them, they don't fight. So and then on failure, they are calm until a hostile action. I sustain this spell up to an hour, takes an action per turn.
And then for Nathan, we have a 19.
19 is the number he needed to save against me. However, it still has an effect. Unless somehow someone can cast... Nope, that won't do it.
Yeah.
So his minor effect is...
Urges impose a -1 status penalty to creatures'
Yeah.
attack rolls.
So if he attacks something, he has a -1 to it as I sustain this spell. But otherwise, the family is completely docile and would not be frightened to us approaching, and he would just be aware, and
Yeah.
they won't freak.
You see the family kind of get glassy sort of eyes, they've been sufficiently calmed and so on and so forth. And
Yeah.
you see Nathan kind of notice this change because his daughter was really bright and effervescent a little bit ago, and now she's just kind of much more tame. And what'd you say the effect for Nathan was?
-1.
He just has a
to-
-1 to attack rolls.
Okay.
He's otherwise not emotionally affected.
And Nathan kind of begins looking around. What's wrong, honey?
I walk up while sustaining the spell.
Oh, yep. He is on full alert and just kind of spins to meet your gaze as you're walking up. Who are you?
I look a little stressed.
Wait.
I think you know who I am.
Ymitri, it's been so long. What brings you here?
Lots of things. I'm not here alone either. So there's actually quite a few things that we need to know from you, Nathan. I know it's been a while, and I'd like to catch up, but I think if I called it business, it would be an understatement. And I'm going to kind of nod for Piotr and the others to approach.
Mary, Callie, go back inside. They comply.
They wouldn't be frightened or anything, but yeah, they would just chill and walk inside.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay hidden wherever I'm at.
I'm going to stand right next to Ymitri.
And in fact, I'm going to try and stealth over to the house, like near a window or something, so I'm like not directly in line of sight, but close enough to hear, if that's cool.
Yeah. What are you doing here, Ymitri?
When is the last time you talked to Brandon?
I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead and roll perception.
What the hell? I rolled so many 9s. It's going to be another 15.
26.
14.
So, you three all can tell, like, yeah, he's full of shit. Like, just the facts that you've seen up until now. As for you, Lysta, you can kind of gather that this is like, you know, he's seen Brandon recently based on his reaction.
What about Farah and Mordok?
Farah and Mordok.
They were all mentioned. Farah is the other person of
Mowgli.
equivalency to Nathan in plot.
Yeah, Farah and
Mordok is the
Mowgli.
person that approached Jediah/DJ and gave him this information initially. As part
Oh,
of this.
Morok. Gotcha.
Mordok, okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Let me
Fair-
adjust my spelling of that.
what do you know?
Wouldn't you like to know? We know a lot. And that's when I use my demoralize on him to frighten. So I need him to make eye roll against his perception, against his will DC. So I rolled a 25 to frighten him.
Oh, will DC. Yeah, that'll frighten him.
Is not a critical success, is it?
No.
Okay. He's just afraid. I'm intent to get him to just be compliant.
Okay. Like, just calm down. We don't need to have anything nasty happen. My family's inside, all right, Ymitri? You understand that, right?
Calm to me.
Nathan, I promise you we will not hurt your family. We're not here to hurt anyone. We just want answers.
In fact, why don't they just join us in the discussion? Let's all go inside.
No, they can't know about this.
Then why are you helping Brandon?
It's a long story.
Well, we have time.
Go on.
Let me send my daughter to bed first, and then you all can come in.
I'll
Thank you
sustain the
very
spell
much.
for a whole hour. Up actually 59 minutes, so I don't get fatigued. And then while he's doing that, or until we meet at 120 foot range, goes through walls.
Okay. Yeah, he goes inside for a little while, and you hear some voices, and then he comes back out and he says, "All right, come in." You walk inside and you see the still somewhat glassy-eyed mother sitting politely with a smile on her face that doesn't really acknowledge what's going on right now. sitting on like a rather nice sofa, and she gestures to the rest of you to take a seat.
Hey, thanks. Nice to meet you. Didn't know you had a family, Nathan.
Yes, I mean, you know, I've moved on since our time at the orphanage.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, anyway, I think they have some detailed questions for you. I'm kind of looking at Lysta because I know she's just smarter than me.
Why are you helping Brandon?
Brandon's the one who helped make sure that I have the life I have today. Without the assistance of his organization, I wouldn't have what you see here. I'd still be living in the streets.
Do you understand what the goal of his organization is?
Yes. And I'm not happy about it, but I don't think you understand. I don't have a choice. Yeah, go ahead.
I'd also like.
26.
Well,
26.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, he's showing genuine remorse.
Nice.
Listen. Do you know why Brandon seems to... How long has Brandon been with this organization?
It started several months ago. About 6, 7.
You can kind of look at everyone else, just like... Listen, we're trying to stop them. No good can come of speeding up the fall of this world. How are we supposed to grow crops if there's no light?
Look, I'm not on the inside of their plans. I do what I'm told, and I do it well. I've been assured that in the new world there'll be a place for people like me, but I haven't been told what that is yet.
What do you mean, people like you?
People who
Like us?
help the cause.
What
Just promised
what
to.
about your family? What about your daughter? Does this new world seem like a good world for her?
Are they even
Does
involved?
this world seem like a good world for them? You see
I don't know,
the...
Nathan. I don't know, Nathan. You've gotten a good perspective from the streets. Why don't you tell me if it's a good world?
No.
Doing anything to actually fix it, or just trying to save yourself?
Look, I'm just a cog in this machine.
I don't know. You just probably could have made a different decision in how you decide to, I don't know, go about this. You just, I don't know. Just working for the wrong thing, trying to save one person, like, I don't know, this leaves out everyone else, like. And back at the orphanage, they're still suffering. I haven't seen you go back to help or anything, even though you were raised there, like, I don't know. Brandon's been telling these lies to all these kinds of people, especially us. But I don't know, Nathan. We're just trying to figure it out and stop it somehow, or slow it down.
I'm gonna drop calm emotions on his wife, so she's now involved.
Do you know?
Her eyes deglass, and you see her kind of perk up, and she's like, wait, what's going on, Nathan?
See how she feels about it.
Look, I haven't been fully honest with you, honey, about the nature of my employment. What do you mean? Well, it's a long story. I'll tell you once these folks leave. And yeah, so this is where we're gonna leave off. We will be back in a week on Wednesday, and yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Right on.
See ya.
Bye.